What is up, everybody? Going to keep this video as short and sweet as possible. Today there was a congressional hearing on the oversight of the Securities and Exchange Commission's Enforcement Division. Essentially, is there overstepping of boundaries, et cetera, et cetera. It was fairly dry, but there were some really interesting pieces in that interview. For those of you that have watched it, I'm going to get through this portion quickly, but Congressman Sherman, very much so just directly stating that XRP is a security as a fact, but then saying it's just his opinion multiple times in this video. So we have to ask ourselves, why would he be stating something like that? And then looking into potentially some of the relationships or maybe the funding that he has had during re-election campaigns. And we're going to get into some really interesting stuff here. So I'm going to try to get through this fairly quickly. Essentially, literally saying as fact, XRP is a security, in my opinion. That's a little bit hypocritical even within its own statement. But here, I'm going to play this for you real quick, and then I'll play the next one.
Courts have acted with the Howey test, which was not focused on digital assets since it was written in the 1940s. But the fact remains XRP, I think, clearly is a security.
All right, so first and foremost, again, It's kind of funny. He literally says that the Howey test, that the regulations aren't built for the digital economy, and that there's going to be a new initiative around regulating towards the digital economy with cryptocurrencies. But then goes on to state that XRP is a security, even though he literally just said that the Howey test isn't built out for the digital economy, cryptocurrencies, digital assets. Even Wendy O coming in and kind of giving a little bit of a shout. So going live to rant about this because it's literally embarrassing we let Sherman back in office. So I'll play this for you real quick.
Move on to another question. You've gone after XRP because XRP is a security. But you haven't gone after all the major crypto exchanges that process tens of thousands, if not far more, transactions. If XRP is a security, and you think it is, and I think it is, why are these crypto exchanges not in violation of law? And is it enough that the crypto exchanges have said, well, having committed tens of thousands of violations in the past, we promise not to do any more in the future? Is that it?
All right. Now we get into the really interesting part of this video, okay? You've actually got Jeremy Hogan down below stating, or asking, the real question. And I said something similar under Brad Garlinghouse's post from yesterday or the day before. The big question is, who wrote his comments for him and why? Well, I stumbled across this. This is a platform that is called We the Peeps, using blockchain to try to break the big money monopoly in politics. So, let me get through here. This is really kind of fascinating. All right, what Warren believes, now this is, I think, Bill Warren, the founder of this. What Bill Warren believes is still missing is an online crowdfunding platform where the donors lead, not the candidates. That's what he envisions for We the Peeps. At the core of this platform for basically raising funds for campaigns is an Ethereum-based cryptocurrency called Peeps. The site will grant users a certain number of the tokens, et cetera, et cetera. They can use to start a fundraising campaign. Movements can be started around specific policy issues, etc., etc. Users can also suggest politicians running for federal office to whom they think a government movement should contribute. People can then vote. When the voting is over, now this is what's important here, a third-party payment processor called Democracy Engine will distribute the money to the winning candidates. Warren and his co-founders, so this is Bill Warren, the co-founders of We the Peeps, hope that eventually the platform will be popular enough for politicians to start competing for these awards. Talks about the revenue generation, talks about decentralized version of political action committee, etc., etc. We the Peeps won't be completely decentralized, at least to start. The last sentence here, if it works, it may just be a step of a political future in which blockchains and decentralized networks help communities of small donors gain the sort of influence over politicians that big money has today. Now, when the voting is over, a third-party payment processor called Democracy Engine will distribute the money to the winning candidates. This link takes you to Democracy Engine, right? You can take a look through here, suite of fundraising tools, etc., etc. Well, let's look at Brad Sherman and who his top contributors were in 2021 and 2022. Wow, Democracy Engine, $68,850 total. Much more than any of the other big investment firms down below. A lot of these are banking entities too, so I'm sure that there's no conflict of interest there, right? Just very, very interesting that you've got an Ethereum-based cryptocurrency essentially using a payments processor. That was the largest contributor to Brad's campaign. So just found that to be a little bit interesting. I think that there's certainly probably some more digging within this that anybody could do. Kind of looking through this guy. This is that Bill Warren guy, the We the Peeps guy. This is in May of 2019, stating that it doesn't make sense in the crypto world that XRP is worth over 12 billion, and Dogecoin is worth more than Stellar. Obviously, a Stellar fan, right? Doesn't mean it's centralized. Blah blah. Oh, this is most of the percent held by Ripple. Doesn't seem like an asset is truly decentralized if one or two players own a majority of it. Well, how is that different than having politicians competing for rewards during campaigns? How is that different from maybe a community that's incentivized by XRP to fail, and I won't name any names, pulling together to donate to certain political candidates that have historically operated more towards big banks and things like that, such as Mr. Sherman has. And this last sentence is just very, very interesting. If it works, it may be a step towards decentralization, utilizing blockchain. How does decentralization tie into small donors gaining the sort of influence over politicians that big money has today? It's reinventing the same problem that already exists, right? So yeah, check out Democracy Engine. They were one of the largest, the largest contributor to Brad Sherman's campaign. Actually, way more than anybody else, over 4 times more than any other contributors. Just found that a little bit interesting today. Moving forward, we've got Brad Sherman, the same gentleman who said he thinks XRP is a security definitively, which is the most asinine, stupid thing that you could ever possibly say. I mean, the court case is still ongoing. For him to directly, act like a 5-year-old during a congressional hearing consistently was just very entertaining to watch. But he's going to essentially be proposing this companion to Senator Elizabeth Warren's crypto sanctions bill. I haven't seen that come out yet, his companion. Moving forward to something positive here. Been looking at this chart, obviously, for a while now. The 210 on the weekly, we are above it right now. The weekly candle is not closed. This is a major level, major level. We can look back historically here. This has pretty much been the bottom of the bear markets. Obviously, we've had candle bodies actually close below, which is the first time that we've done that because we've had wicks below previously. But candle bodies close below, and it looks like we're battling it right now to the point that we may have a break above. Hopefully, if this holds. If it holds by the end of the week, we probably got to be around that $22,000, $22,100 range to confirm as support. Total crypto market cap breaking 970 billion as well, which is an area of resistance. And it'll be interesting to see how we close there. Last but not least, the taco stand is closed. I think this is more of a mental milestone, really, than any sort of physical milestone or even for XRP holders, price action milestone. It doesn't really matter at this point. But Jed did obviously have, I think it was about, like 9 billion? 9 billion XRP in 2012, and the selling from Jed is finally done. Just pay attention to what these senators are, discussing, how they're phrasing their rhetoric. Very interesting to me that you've got this Ethereum-based asset that is using a payments company called Democracy Engine that literally was Brad Sherman's biggest contributor of this past election cycle. So probably nothing to see there, right? I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.